tonight we are actually welcoming you all into the fold, and we're going to share some memories of what our friendships with Nadez and Priya are all about. So we're going to kick off with beautiful Marie, who is going to share some of her memories from her friendships with them.
Hi, Priya and Nadez. So as Angela said, I'm Marie and Jeff, my husband. I first met Priya and Nadez when Kopika was just a few weeks old, and she was stealing the hearts of everyone who saw her. And here she is, all these years later, stealing the heart of a nation, along with her amazing mum and dad and her darling little sister. I was so blessed by the friendship of this family, being invited into their lives, having chatted with them over coffee in their home in Biloela, poring over their wedding album and cuddling their newborn babies, being greeted with genuine joy in the shopping aisles or in the street. And Priya and Nadez as well, they delighted in the stories of my own family, always asking after them. Our love for this family has extended far beyond the limits of our small town. Once they were cruelly and dramatically removed from their home in Bilo, I travelled twice to Melbourne, and Jeff came with me once while they were in detention to visit them. I couldn't begin to imagine how terrifying it was for them. And I just knew that I needed to be there to support them however I could, just as any friend would. During their detention in Melbourne, Jeff had a serious accident that left him with a broken neck. It will be no surprise to any of you, but once Priya and Nadez heard about this, they were on the phone to me, checking on me and checking on Jeff, wanting to know how he was. For all that they were going through, they still had the capacity to care about me and what was happening in my life. That is a genuine friendship, and one that I will treasure forever. I am so proud of how they continue to remain true to themselves, the amazingly strong, kind, compassionate people that they are, and despite how they've been treated. I long for the day that they're allowed to come home to Bilo. I'm going to hand over now to Lorraine.
Hi, I'm Lorraine, born in Biloela and lived in Biloela all my life. Biloela has always been known as the Shire of Opportunity, and Nadez came to Biloela to take that opportunity and work at the Biloela Meatworks, where anybody that worked at the Biloela Meatworks knew how hard the work was there. I became to know Nadez and Priya more when a young family moved in, living behind me. Nadez and Priya used to come and visit. We always shared a smile and a wave, and that continued. As we were walking, Nadez and Priya were often walking towards me, and the smile and the wave continued. Along the walk one afternoon, Priya gestured to me that she was having a little baby. A little baby girl was born, Kopika. The smiles and waves continued in Woolworths shopping. After Kopika was born, I used to see them pushing Kopika around, looking so proud of their little girl. As Kopika began to walk, she used to come into the shopping centre, walking around, showing everyone all her beautiful little dresses. She won everyone's heart. During this time, Priya and Nadez began to call me Mummy. Then another little baby girl was born, Kamika. I've lost it. I've lost it. It breaks my heart to see that this family is being denied to come back to Biloela, where they will feel the love and know the love of many people with big hearts. So please, we are asking, as we have numerous times with no response, give this family the chance at a life that they deserve and should have. Two little Aussie-born girls born in Biloela deserve this chance of life. I'll now pass it over to Margot.
Hi, my name is Margot, and I have the great honour of being Kopi and Thani's Aussie grandma. Hi, guys. Like, I first met them, Nadis and Priya, when Kopi was only four months old. The first thing I had to do when she came into the office is I had to pick her up and take her around to visit all the other ladies in the office. She was such a sociable little thing, with those big, big eyes that just drew you into her soul. I've always believed that little Kopi's going to be our Prime Minister one day, and I still believe that. And another thing I remember about you, Kopi, too, darling, is every time I used to go to your house and visit you, you would steal my car keys, and I had to chase you around and try and find my car keys. Thani was born, and I remember holding Thani, and I just had this overwhelming sensation, this overwhelming feeling, the same as what I had with my own biological grandchildren. At the time, I just couldn't understand it. I thought about it afterwards. I really couldn't understand just the strong connection I had. I couldn't put her down. And I guess that was just fate telling me that me and Thani are going to have this connection forever, for life. She's always going to be in my life, as is the whole family. Nardis and Priya shared a lot of their stories with me. I have such admiration for their strength and support of each other. That and the dedication to their children. My visits to their house, their hospitality and kindness, and being shown their wedding album will always be in my memory. I visited my family 3 times in detention in Melbourne. The last time I was there, Thani was just starting to walk. I miss my family, and I just want to be able to hold my grandchildren. So let's bring them home to Biloela really soon. I'm now going to throw to Brenda. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Brenda. I've lived near Biloela on a farm for the last 19 years, and I met Priya and Nades early in, would have been 2017, and that's when most of the local Sri Lankan community actually became aware of all the free-range roosters and retired laying hens I had for sale. So Nades with the whole family out for the drive to our farm, but nearly a 1 hour round trip, and they would pick out some birds, suitable birds to take home and put in their curries. They came to visit a handful of times, and I always enjoyed having them here. They were a beautiful family. They were so genuine and had such sweet little girls. So, of course, I was horrified when they were abducted, And I have supported Angela and the team ever since to try and get them back. Priya and Nades, I am raising some lovely roosters for your return. So now I'm gonna hand over to a video message from Maria.
Wedding, and you showed me these beautiful weddings. Hi Priya, I still remember the first time I met you. I'm working at Biloela as a midwife, and you were pregnant with Kopika, and we just got chatting and somehow got onto your wedding, and you showed me these beautiful wedding photos, and I just remember how excited you were to be having this little baby and building your own family unit with Nadez. Over the years, I've been privileged to see you a number of times at the hospital when you're pregnant with Tarnika, and a few other times, and we're always so excited to see your babies and see how your girls were growing, and you're really special to a lot of us here at the hospital. So I knew you were a vivacious and very strong woman then, and you've shown that so much over the past few years, and same with Nadez. And I just wish you, just stay strong. We wish you all the best, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you and the girls back in Bilo. It's going to happen. Yeah. So love to you and Nadez and the girls.
Thanks so much for that, Maria. My name is Bronwyn, and I'm here with Matt, my husband, and all of my family. And like Maria, I first met Priya and Nadez and their babies through my work at the Biloela Hospital. But we became good friends because I would see them everywhere. Priya and Nadez, you guys supported everything that was happening in town. And gee, we miss seeing you at the community events now. A special memory for me from when you guys were still home was when I remember sitting on your lounge room floor with Kopika, who was not quite 3, and we were drawing together on my notebook, and I was drawing some stars. And when she noticed the stars, Kopika burst into the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, because she had been learning that at playgroup. And I think of that memory a lot because that was the last time I got to see you guys in person 4 years ago, because it was only a week after that everything changed. And following on from that, I just have to say that I will forever be grateful to the Tamil Refugee Council, because they tracked down Priya and Nadez's friends here in Bilo. And when they contacted us to tell us that the family were in Melbourne, so still in Australia, that was what gave us the hope. It told us that we still had a chance to fight to get this family home. And you know what? Here we are 4 years later, still fighting. But now we stand not just with Bilo, we stand with people from all around the country and all around the world. It's been a really long 4 years, I think, for all of us, but especially for Priya, Nadez, Kopika and Tarnika, because they've actually had to live it. We've all been so inspired watching this little family keep their humanity and their spirit, despite what's been done to them in our cruel detention system. We're going to hear now from some of the friends who have been supporting them through that experience. So Jen, I'll hand over to you.
Hi, I'm Jen, and hi Priya and Nardis. I first met Priya when I was working as a community nurse. She was first my client, but she became my treasured friend. I came to know Kopika and Nardis and then Tarnika through regular visits and seeing them in community. Kopika was a precious toddler when I first met her, and she lit up my day every single time she visited with Priya. I came to respect the kind and gentle man that Nardis was, who worked so hard to support his family, but always made the time to attend appointments. I happened to run into Nardis in the reception area of Rocky Hospital on the day that Tarnika was born, and he was racing back to the labour ward from the car, and I was so thrilled to share with him the excitement of the imminent arrival of precious Tarnika, another beautiful girl for their family. Nardis was absolutely beaming with excitement and joy and anticipation. I smiled as a nurse every time I saw Priya pounding the pavements of Biloela, first with one baby and then a second. She really exemplified doing her best when she was free to have a healthy lifestyle for her and her family. I was inspired by her. When our special family was in detention, I visited them twice in Melbourne. I will never forget the first time Kopika running from a distance and jumping into my arms at the detention centre visiting area, where we had been waiting over half an hour for the guards to bring them. The second time I visited them, I saw a change. There was a reserved nature in the children. They were still beautiful and unique and sparkling in their individuality, but you could tell that they had been impacted by their detention. I was told that it wasn't a prison when I asked if I could hug them. But what I experienced on that first visit to detention and the subsequent one was that it was exactly what it was, a prison. They were brought to us, escorted. The girls were not permitted to play outside without being observed. All visits were watched. Gifts brought in for the girls were screened. Our foil on Easter eggs was not allowed as it could be a weapon. Detention for this family and for these two beautiful Australian-born girls, Thanika and Kopika. This was a prison and they had committed no crime. We spent quality time with Priya and Nardis, hugs and tears and stories, checking on how they were going. They always wanted to know about Bilo, what was happening, what had changed, sending their regards to all of their mutual friends back in Bilo. Kopika wanted to know about her Bilo friends and when she would be able to visit them again. I count Priya and Nardis as special friends, and I can't wait to see them back in Bilo. I will absolutely be returning to welcome them back. I'll now hand over to Vashini.
Hello everyone, I'm Vashini. I met Nardis and Priya back in Bilo like 2015. So since then I became a very close friend of them. I'm just here to share some memory of them. There's a lot of good memories to share with you all, but I think the time will run out if I started to talk about all. Just want to share the recent ones. So last month I've been tested positive and I was isolating myself for COVID, and there's a lot of things going around with Priya, and I told her, rang her that I was tested positive, and then I was isolating myself with my kids and my husband. So she was like, okay, she didn't even tell me that she's gonna send something. So she cooked some preserved food and she sent it to me on the express post that came into me with 2 days. So this is how always Priya and Nardis was. They always take care of me. They always show kind to other people. And I as you everyone saying that you know how kindful they are. That is so true, and I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm thanking everyone who's supporting them, who is standing with them, and I am very grateful to be their friend, and I am that's all. Yeah, thank you guys. Now I am passing to Simone.
Thanks, Vashini. Hi, everyone. I'm Simone. Nadez, I can remember meeting you not long after you first arrived in Biloela. I can remember well from our English classes together, and also from seeing you around town, the bounce you always had in your step and your kind smile. I didn't meet you, Priya, until Isabel and I came to visit you all in Melbourne's Immigration Detention Centre. But I was instantly struck by your grace, your dignity and your courage after enduring the most heartbreaking experience of being snatched from your home in Biloela without warning. And over the past 4 years, you both have continued to amaze me and countless others around Australia. Nadez's ready smile and quiet determination to protect his family. Priya's faith, fire and spirit of resistance. Together, you have endured the monotony of held detention. You have withstood multiple deportation attempts, all while protecting and nurturing your beautiful daughters, Kopika and Thanika. You've captured the attention of hundreds of thousands of Australians and you've shown us that we just must do better. After 4 years, we're on the home stretch now. We simply must be. And tonight we are here to reaffirm that we're here with you until the finish line. The Home to Bilo campaign had very small beginnings before growing into the huge campaign it is today. Many people who didn't personally know Priya and Nadez before felt compelled to join the campaign and have helped to make it the success that it is. We'd now like you to meet some of the people here in Biloela who, just like you all, are part of the Home to Bilo campaign and who are passionate about getting our family back home where they belong. I'd like to hand over to Jen now.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen. Hi Priya and Nadez, it's nice to finally meet you. So I first heard about your story about 4 years ago at a health conference where Bronwyn and Angela came and they told everybody, and I think that's where the media picked it up as well. And I was horrified, to say the least, that this could happen in Australia, and much less that this could happen in the town I grew up in, where I was safe and protected and loved as a child. And I'm really sorry to say, though, that that's not when I first got more involved with this campaign. And so that didn't happen until Bronwyn actually came to work at the same organisation that I do, and I saw what she was doing behind the scenes, the going to things like this, the printing, everything like that. And I realized that that's something that I could actually help with. I think, like a lot of people, maybe people who are here in this very Zoom call or live stream now, don't realize that you can do something, because I didn't. I didn't realize the power that writing to your MP has, that social media can have. So that's the one piece of good news for everybody, is if I can take part in this and I can help, so can you. And I really hope that everybody here has that message, and that we can bring you guys back to Biloela, and I can meet you in person for real. I would now like to hand over to John and Anne.
Hi, we're John and Anne Smith. Hello, Priya and artists and girls. We can't wait to see you. We moved to Biloela 3 years ago and absolutely love living here. Biloela is part of a very remarkable and supportive multicultural community. Neither of us have met Priya, Nadez, Kopika and Tani in person. However, we've spoken to them via video calls and feel they are very much a part of our family. When the girls refer to us as Grandma and Grandpa, it melts our hearts. I'm an early childhood teacher, and I've seen firsthand the long-term effect that trauma has on children. Kopika and Tani need to be back home in Biloela, surrounded by people who love and care for them. It's going to take a long time to help these little girls heal from all they have endured while in detention. I can't wait for the day when this beautiful family is back home, being loved and supported here by all their friends.
As the father also of 2 daughters, I find myself drawn to Nadez. I can't imagine what the past 4 years have been like for him. Fathers everywhere just want the opportunity to provide for their families and keep them safe. Nadez has been denied both of these things. I admire his courage in the face of adversities to remain so strong for his wife and 2 daughters. Now that our friends are in Perth, Nadez continues to inspire me with his strong work ethic. We desperately need people like Nadez back in Biloela. I look forward to the day when we welcome this very special family home into our town and our houses. And what a celebration it'll be. God bless you. I would now like to hand this over to Jane and Pablo.
Hi. Hi, Priya. Hi, Nadas. I see the girls have taken off. My name's Jane,
I'm Pablo.
and we actually live behind Priya and Nadas in Biloela. And we were absolutely beside ourselves that we didn't even hear anything on that morning. And I can't even understand how this could happen in our town. As soon as I heard that this family, and we now just call them family, had been taken, we could see no other way other than to join this campaign and help right this wrong. I talk to Priya from time to time through text. I'm very bad at communication. So it was great that we could organize a trip to Perth last year, despite all the border and having to isolation, and have a proper face-to-face chat with them and see how they're going. It's important that through all of this campaign that we don't forget that there's real people going through this. Priya and Nada's hugs are like home. They are the sweetest, most caring people you could ever hope to meet. And despite all of the trauma and raising two amazing little girls, two little girls who have seen more trauma in their short years than any child should have to ever see, there's no other option than to keep fighting for this family to stay in Australia. The last thing Nada said to us when we were leaving after our visit was offered if he could give us any help while we were in WA. And this person not just has to fight every day to be here and be present, but just to have the things that we take for granted, like being able to go to work and earn a living and provide for our families. And he offered us if he could do anything for us. And I just think you can't get a much more kind, generous, or Aussie than that.
I'm a first generation child of immigrants myself. My family fled a volatile region of South America to find a new life in Australia. We were welcomed with open arms into a small community, able to live a safe and happy life, making friends I still love today. I see so many parallels with Priya, Nades, Tani, and Kopi. So many similar family values, so many similar circumstances, except one, the safety of home. Having met the family in Perth last year, I was and still am struck by their strength, love, and sheer resilience. If I ever become a parent, I hope I'm even a tenth as loving and strong as Priya and Nades are with those two amazing girls. I will continue to fight until you are all home, truly home in Biloela. And now I will hand over to Lacey and Cassidy.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Priya, Nades, and Tani and Kopi. Obviously, you're off playing now. So I'm Lacey.
I'm Cassidy. We're two sisters from country Queensland. We've always lived in rural areas and small towns.
When we got to meet you, Priya, and Nades, and your vibrant daughters last year, you had been going through this ordeal for 3 years, 9 months, and 6 days. It was one of our greatest privileges to meet you and your family that day. Learning about both your journeys to Australia, your wedding, moving to Biloela, starting a family, that truly meant the world to us. Being able to meet you, being welcomed openly into your family's space when you're very, very fragile, and I imagine it would feel very hard to trust people and strangers at this time. You really allowed us to become part of your lives that day, and through this experience, it's really been incredible.
As we're here 4 years, we're reminded that you're always in our hearts. You're always inspiring us, and it reminds us that we do not need to know you. We did not need to know you sooner to wish that you were home with us in Bilo all this time. We have wanted this right from the beginning, as we have been friends all this time now, just friends that we've just never met.
Some of my memories that I've had, just even recalling in the last few minutes, listening to everyone else, I can still remember when I actually first heard your voices. I think it was for the Tamil feast that we held as one of the first sort of community outreach and information sessions. And it was really hard, I think, for Simone and Angela to get a telephone contact with you guys. But I remember hearing your voices that day and have never forget the feeling, as echoing everyone else's comments about your strength, your resilience, and your gratitude towards everyone who can and will be fighting for you, even though it must be very hard for you guys to keep the faith. Before meeting you all, I was fighting for you because I could see the pain of my friends like Angela and Alan, who had known you for longer, and I was supporting them because their pain at that time was my pain. But now, after meeting you all, finally, it's even more personal. We want you home to Bilo even more, and we can't wait to share the freedom with you all when you return.
Everyone out there in Australia and the world has gotten to know this family's journey through the Facebook campaign, and maybe one day you'll know the joy of getting to meet them and be part of their Biloela family. We miss you.
We love you and miss you.
And we can't wait for you to be back at home in Bilo.
That's right. We'll hand back to Angela, and we love you. See you guys.
Love you.
As you can see, Priya and Nadez have had a huge impact on all of us here in Biloela. For Alan and I, what started out as friendship is now family. Priya and Nadez, you are our brother and sister. We, every weekend, video chat with Priya and Nadez, and we always hang up with a smile on our face and fire in our heart. And we really want all of you to get to experience that connection. So it is time now for you to all hear from the woman who inspires me daily, who has taught me how to be a better person. And so I'm going to ask Priya to speak to us all now. Just getting her mic happening. This has been one of the fun things in this journey, has been making internet and connection work. We struggled so much at the start. And even to this day, I'll even just share a story while we're waiting Priya to unmute. Just Alan, this evening, you will have noticed he actually wasn't present at the start, and that's because he actually drove round to Lorraine's house to get her connected. This is what Biloela is about. We are a family. And so it is such an honour to welcome all of you joining and watching us tonight, that you are actually part of this family. And we actually want all of you to understand that and to know just how special all of you are to us. It looks like we are having some trouble getting Priya's microphone off. So I might quickly talk to everyone about what we are hoping we can all do after we get off this tonight. So over the last 4 years, like I said, you have all become part of this family. What started off as a small community fight and a friendship fight. Oh, there we go. We've got Priya on now. So I'm going to hand over to Priya and let her speak.
My life in Bilo was very happy and peaceful. My family and our hearts settled into a safe life there, and we were surrounded by beautiful community. Waterfalls come out of nowhere and raid my house. They forcefully took my family into the detention without any reason apart from being refugee. We have been punished and locked always, which we will never forget. It has been 4 years and my family is still separate for our community because they will not give Tanika a visa. This is just another interactive fruity. When I think about all the love from my community and all around Australia, it gives me strength and hope me stop the tales. The last 4 years has been a really tough life. We have been locked in the box for age. Detention was not a healthy life for my children, always surrounded by Sarkop guys oppressing us, not enough medical facilities. It has been mental torture for us a point. We didn't even get a proper bed to sleep in the biggest worried. I had been in the detention center was I think about our future and about my children's and husband safe. People in Perth having welcomed me with other two hands and have shown me kindly. They have given me hope in the new chapter, but I still feel that I am part from my home and my family. I am hoping I can give my children a peaceful and safe life in Bilo. We will be a whole happy family again. I will think to all, thanks all my supporters. I would like to thank all my supporters for all year. All you love and kindness, I won't forget. You kindnessly for my whole life. We have done nothing worry. We have only been tributary. We have been punished for being tributary for just a long time. There are lots of people. I am kindly asking that this has to stop with us. I don't want any refugees. People to go through this show, please keep your kind hearts and keep showing love, you love and support. Thank you.
Thank you, Priya. I know Priya can see what I can see, which is a lot of people waving cockatoos, a lot of people clapping their hands. Priya can see all of that. And it just, pictures of the girls being held up. It's absolutely beautiful. I think, I hope that you all feel what I feel whenever I hear Priya speak, which is a drive and determination to uphold my promise that she will be back here in Biloela. Over the last 4 years, all of you have actually helped make this movement happen. Every single one of you have contributed. Your actions have persuaded politicians from all backgrounds and all beliefs to speak up for our family. Through all of your support, Priya and Nadez got off Christmas Island. And with all your support, we have got Anthony Albanese and Christina Keneally to commit to bringing this family home. However, what we all know is that no one can guarantee an election. We especially realised this in 2019. To keep Priya and her family safe, we must speak up now and apply pressure to our government MPs and senators to bring them home to Bilo now before the election is called. Our power to hold MPs and senators to account is greatest before an election, not after. Over 20,000 people have sent emails to their MPs and senators through our Do Gooder page, our action page. What we have recently learned, however, is lots of politicians are actually now sending all those things to spam without reading them. So our ask for you tonight is over this weekend, please send your own letter, your own email to the government MPs and senators, telling them what you have heard here tonight, asking them to use their power and return this family home. We will be putting a link in the chat where you can quickly find your own MPs to send that to. And it's really important to remember in those emails to include your full name and your address. Please, we're asking, because we know we have so many wonderful vocal supporters, please follow up that email with a phone call in a week's time. So just in case anyone does need some last inspiration as to what we are fighting for, we have got two very special girls who have been practicing a song for all of us here tonight. So Kopika and Tanika, it is your time to shine. These girls do not get shy very easily. So Kopika and Tanika, are you ready with your beautiful singing voices to sing for us now, Mr. Moon?
Yes. Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please shine down on me. Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please come down on me. Let's go down asking you. Please come and we can play with you. Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please come down on me. Mr. Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please come down on me. Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please come down on me. Bye.
Beautiful girls. So I'm going to get you girls to help me because we are actually going to show everyone here, we're going to show them one of our traditions. So when we talk to the family, as we all would like to, we would love to give them a hug. However, we can't do that over the screen. So the girls and I, we came up with our own special hugs that we can do to each other through the screen. Girls, do you want to show everyone? How do we hug each other? So we actually, we want to invite everyone to take part in a virtual big group hug. So if you would like to join us, we would ask if you could please now turn your cameras on. Make sure your cameras are on. And we are going to take pictures of this. So this will take a little bit of time because there's a few of us on. But if we can get everybody, I'm seeing all these beautiful faces here. Can we get everyone on the count of 3? We're going to do a big group hug. And I want everyone to freeze in their hugs with a big smile on their face. And we're going to go through and take photos. So are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Big hugs. And the beautiful thing with this is that we are going to be able to print these photos out for the girls. And so these can go on their walls. So they will, every night, they'll be able to see all the people in Australia that are giving them hugs. Tanika, do you want to give Dad and Mum a big hug as well? Yeah. So if we could all just keep those hugs going, I'm just going to check with our tech support how we're going. But you're all doing beautifully. I'm loving all these beautiful faces. All the cockatoos. You hug it as well. This is good for all of us at the moment. We're all getting a nice big bear hug. As you will see, and just like how Jane said, Priya's hugs are like home. And so this is what we love to echo every time, because honestly, the hugs you get from these 4 people, they keep you going. Girls, while we are just finishing up, I wonder, do you want to sing us another verse of your song again, Mr. Moon?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, can you sing it for us?
Oh, Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please shine down on me. Upside down and not asking you. Please come and we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Moon, Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Moon, Mr. Silver Moon, please come down on me.
Okay, I am just waiting for a thumbs up from our tech support to make sure that we have got everyone's photos. We've had an overwhelming number of you join us tonight, so it's absolutely beautiful. So while we all continue to hug ourselves, which is quite nice, I am just going to thank everyone. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope that it has inspired you. So much of this gets muddled up with politics and all the things that go on, but at the end of the day, we are talking about 4 beautiful souls. And we always want to keep that at the heart of this movement. So thank you. Thank you for becoming part of our family. And we can't wait for the day that we can welcome all of you here to Biloela for what will be one amazing homecoming. It honestly, just thinking about that day when they're going to come home, it just absolutely fills us all with goosebumps. It is going to be an amazing day. So I've now gotten permission. We can all let go of our hugs. Thank you, everyone, for joining in on that. I think it's going to be an amazing photo. So thank you. It has been an honour. It has been an honour to share this with all of you tonight, and an honour to welcome you all to our town of Biloela. So from everyone here in Biloela, we wish you all goodbye, and goodbye for now. We will see each other again, and good night. Thank you.
Bye.